No fancy camera this video. I'm just going to keep it 100% real. Hopefully this can just help one person. I'm going to share my experience, my journey, and exactly what I've done, because just over a year ago, this is me right here, Fat Boy Tanner. Just moved to Puerto Rico, drinking a lot, eating whatever I wanted, bad routine, no routine technically, and just honestly super fat. Here was like probably over 200 pounds, like 210. And now, this is a couple days ago, I have abs now. And it's super weird to say that. I just want to keep it real in this video. Like, this doesn't feel like me, even though this is me right now. And it is super cool to see. But at the same time, I feel like this guy. And being fat is something I'm very familiar with. And I think that's why it's hard for me to believe that it's me. Because this is me probably 12, 13 years old. Always kind of been a fat boy and self-conscious of my body. Never really wanted to take my shirt off at the beach, that kind of thing. And it's been something that I've just been self-conscious about. And now, being the guy with the abs, it feels kind of weird. And I came across something called 75 Hard, kind of the beginning of this year, and I did it. So what it is 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outdoors. You have to take a progress picture, no alcohol, no cheat meals, gallon of water, follow a diet, read 10 pages a day, and it was great. This is me when I did it. So this is what I was on the left here, probably a little over 200 pounds again. I'd started this January 1st, January 2nd, of here in 2022, and 75 days later, here I am. Still got some fat, but overall, I went through a major mental transformation, which is, that's the main piece of 75 Hard by Andy Frisella. The main thing he talks about is it's a mental transformation. It's a mental toughness challenge. To do these things for 75 days straight is a pain in the ass, to be honest. It's really, really annoying, really hard, but that's what makes it great. And the physical side is just kind of a byproduct. Now, what ended up happening is after 75 Hard, I completed it, but I still wasn't where I wanted to be. You see me in this picture here, I made a transformation, but I still wasn't where I wanted to be physically or in business or anything like that. So 60 days later, roughly, I was with a good friend and mentor of mine, Mr. Business. We're eating sushi. I'm eating up these carbs, loving it. I gained a little bit of weight back, and he asked me if I would ever do 75 Hard again. I said, yeah, but I would be more strict on the food and I would lift heavier weights. And he said, why haven't you started then? I was like, great freaking point. So now here we are into the second 75 Hard that I just completed. And this was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done. What I did was 75 days of the carnivore diet, 0 carbs. I cut another 20 pounds. I did all the daily 75 Hard tasks, launched a new business, and my friend Daniel, Mr. Business, he actually did this with me at the same time. And, he's someone he started like 370. He's down 50 pounds now, and he actually just started 75 Hard round 2 today or yesterday. So he's going back to back. And now what I really want to focus on here in this video is kind of telling you what I did, because this is me at the beginning of this 75 Hard. It's been about 80 days now. It's been a few days since I completed. So I recorded this video in the gym. I'm like, all right, I just want to cut down my body fat. See here, I'm self-conscious about this. I love handles. And now, here we go. I basically removed all of that. There's always going to be some skin and fat there. Like, it's just there. And I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you get rid of that? How do you get rid of the love handles? And unfortunately, you can't spot train it. It's just one of those things that it goes down with your body fat, and everybody's body type is different. Unfortunately for me, it's easy for me to have these things, and I absolutely hate them, and it makes me feel self-conscious. So what I did for the 75 Hard transformation is, like I said, the carnivore diet. So that's meat only, no carbs. It's basically an advanced version of keto. I'd never tried this before. I literally just dove right into it. And if I'm starting something, I'm going to freaking complete it, and I'm going to get it done. And that's what I did. I cut an extra 20 pounds of fat, have abs now, which is super weird to say. And what I did with my calories was I started off the first 25 days here. I consumed 2,400 calories. So I use MyFitnessPal to track all the food. I weigh it, I have a food scale, all that stuff. Super easy to do, honestly, after you do it for a few days. And so for the first 25 days, 2,400 calories a day. The second 25 days, 2,000 calories a day. And then the last 25 days, 1,600 calories a day, staying in a constant deficit. So the big question is, how do you lose weight? It's so hard for me to lose weight. And the simple formula is you have to burn more than you consume. And it is easier said than done, but it is possible. So this was actually at the very beginning stage. This, I believe, was day 2 of this recent 75 Hard. It's a little flabby, and here we are 75 days later, lifting heavier weights and eating meat only, which is pretty crazy. And then the past few days, I'm going to be honest here, I literally went crazy after that day, after it was over, and I ate a bunch of carbs, and now I'm kind of cleansing myself, getting back to where I feel comfortable and where I want to keep going. Because unfortunately, this is a journey that never ends. Yes, I started off, little fat boy here, and then we went from this to this. But this is a journey that never ends. I see this, I'm like, all right, why didn't I never really did abs during this recent 75 hard. And, you get in the right lighting, like this is like the same day, or the next day actually, you see the different shorts, and you get in the right lighting and you could see some abs coming in. But, it takes a lot of discipline to achieve this. And 75 hard is something I do recommend to anyone who is struggling to find consistency in their life in general, not just someone that's fat that wants to get skinny or someone that's skinny and wants to get strong. None of that. I'd say it's more important in going to change your life if you want to make a drastic change in your life. Because at least for me, it's easy for me to go days where I'm like, I feel like shit and I just don't want to do stuff, or it's easy for me in the past. I've been a binge eater, eat a bunch of stuff that's terrible for me, and then I feel bad for days and it affects my productivity. This forces you to keep a promise with yourself to complete this successfully, go through it day in, day out, and do what it takes no matter what. Like on this first one was actually a really tough time in my life because one, obviously going through the weather, the snow, the rain, but also, I lost two people in my life that I very much loved, and that was a tough thing to keep going through that. I mean, actually it helped. It kind of it was fuel. But at the end of the day, I'll stick to my guns here and tell you, consistency wins. That's what I did for my 75 hard transformation most recently. And I would say don't do it because I say to do it because you want to do it and you want change. The worst thing you can do is break a promise to yourself. But for me, I knew that I wasn't where I wanted to be yet. So doing this 75 hard again was just sacrificing what I wanted right then in the moment, which was that sushi and those carbs, for what I wanted most, which was that picture of me with the abs. So that's it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure to leave a big like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you have any questions or you do this yourself. Peace.